regret it because, oh, you girl, she grew a backbone, guys. I did. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Halloween Happy, where Halloween is more than just once a year. How's it going? You know it's too cold in your apartment. You just made your coffee and it's already cooling down. For those of you that might be new to my channel, my name is Sam. I'm a Halloween lifestyle vlogger. My channel is just about how I bring Halloween into my everyday life and just sharing with you guys just my life, some ups, some downs, some in-betweens, just kind of whatever I feel like. In today's video, I thought I would do a get ready with me, and also I have some new makeup that I'm wanting to try out, some drugstore makeup products. Look how red my face is from touching it. Most of my makeup I feel like is drugstore. There are some higher brands, but they're not even like high brand anymore compared to all of the new makeup that's come out. But first, before we get started, if you guys want to follow me, I'm on Instagram. It's at Halloween Happy, and then I also have a Facebook page, Halloween Happy. All my social media links are listed down below. And if you want more makeup videos or me to try out new drugstore products, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. I wanted to answer some of your guys' questions. I posted on my Instagram if there's anything you guys wanted to know about with like my life, moving to Salem, also mental health, because as you know, this year has been crazy. And for me personally, although I've always dealt with some issues and I've needed to handle them, this past year has been a really rough one. Any questions about Halloween, about Raven, advice, work, just anything random. Some of the new makeup I'm going to be trying and telling you guys if I'm liking is, this is the e.l.f. concealer, 16-hour camo concealer. Also, I have some new blushes from Maybelline from their Fit Me line. I've never tried Milani's products. I feel like, am I imagining this? I feel like Milani used to be a thing. Is it a thing? And I'm late to the Milani party. Let me know. Also trying out a new brow pencil. This is from Revlon, the Color Stay. Go ahead and get started. First, I'm gonna go ahead and moisturize with my good old Aveeno Positively Radiant Daily Moisturizer. This has sunscreen, and I wear sunscreen every single day. I love this stuff. It's super lightweight, not oily. I like wearing it at night, and I'll kind of just coat it on. Moisturize my lips. First question. What's your tips for feeling excitement of Halloween year-round without decor? Using primer from Fenty Beauty. That's also going to be the foundation that I wear. How to keep the Halloween spirit alive without the Halloween decor. Definitely watching your favorite Halloween movies, because that's easy. You don't have to worry about decor with that. Have a candle or two. Even if it's a non-scented fall candle, you can still feel really cozy and it still feels like fall. If you can, hoard some kind of pumpkin coffee, some kind of pumpkin syrup. If you drink coffee, you can even do like some kind of autumn harvest tea you can make here and there. Watch like your favorite Halloween TV shows. You can start Halloween photo journals, print out some cute photos, decorate it like you would a planner. Look at old magazines. I would look on Pinterest, watch different Halloween videos. You can watch my channel throughout the year to stay in the Halloween spirit. Another question that we got was, Miles, how is he? That's a great question. He kind of disappeared for a while, so I'm not really sure what he's been up to. I don't know, he's just off doing his own thing, and I can't say I really blame him. Favorite pizza place in Salem? Oh, that's a tough one. Just depends on my mood, honestly. Every pizza place that I've tried, I'm like, oh, this is so good. Currently, right now, I would say it's Pizza World is really nice, Essex Pizza, and then also Mandy's. When did you get Raven? Love her. Oh, I'm so glad that you love her. I love her too. If you guys didn't know, Raven was my second dog as an adult. I got Denali and Raven around the same time. I think it was like a year difference. I had Denali first and then I got Raven. I had Denali from the Kansas Humane Society back home. I was volunteering there and then I started working there. I was a vet tech. One day, Raven was one of the dogs that came through the shelter. She was adopted 2 times before, and so she came back waiting to be adopted for the 3rd time, which is so crazy to me because she was only 3 or 4 months old. Raven was on the list to come in for surgery, and so when the kennel staff brought her in, she was so awkward. She was very lanky, just like really just awkward, like an awkward preteen, if that was a way I could describe it. So next I'm using this e.l.f. concealer. Before I was using Makeup Forever HD in the shade of 20 for the concealer, but then I ran out and I didn't want to really go to Sephora or order online. I just didn't have the energy to. So when I went to Walgreens, which is like right around the corner, I picked up this concealer called Light Sand. I used this a few times and I just haven't really figured out the right amount to use. I feel like it dries out a little too quickly before I can get it in there. But anyway, so Raven came in. She was returned because she had a nail fungus issue going on. She had like a type of mange where she had some hair loss around her eye. The second family returned her for the medical issues that she was having and they didn't want to take her to the vet. I don't know why you would adopt a dog if you're not wanting to pay for vet care, but PSA for a different time. Immediately was like, oh my god, you remind me of Denali, like you are so cute. And she was just so shy. She was scared. My heart just immediately like melted for her. If there were any animals that needed medication while they were waiting to be adopted, it was our job to like get up their meds and medicate them every day and make sure that they were getting the medicine that they need. We started her on some medication. Why has no one adopted her? I think just the whole medication issue scared people, which pets get sick. I don't understand. But anyways, a PSA for another time. If she's still here, I'm gonna do like a meet and greet with Denali. I ended up bringing Denali. They got along. I was really nervous. I'm just using the Maybelline Fit powder. It's just a translucent. Really worried that they were just gonna get along so well and not need me, which is really stupid, but I was just so attached to Denali, you guys. She was my best friend. I ended up adopting Raven. I lived with my mom when I got Denali and I hid her for like a month and I would take her to my college classes with me. Like, Mom, I got a dog. And she's like, what? Me doing this with Raven a year later, she eventually like fell in love with the dogs and forgave me. The first few years that we had her, she would chew through drywall. She would chew through couches. She was a terror. My mom was getting so mad, like chewing up the walls in a freaking trailer that we were renting. Like, it was bad, you guys. I was like, Raven, you are not helping me out here. It's just a process, you know, like puppy years last longer than you would think. I don't know. I feel like I've said this before, but Denali was my best friend and Raven's like me taking care of a kid, if that makes sense. I know it's not like having a kid. That's not what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying. I'm not that great at, what is this called? Contouring, but I try, okay? Using, this is the Milani bronzer. It's like a silky matte. Sometimes I contour and sometimes I don't. I don't really consider it contouring because I'm not that great at it, but we can try. I can try to feel great about this. How to try to stay organized and on track while working from home. Any tips? Oh, that's a tough one. Before I moved, I was working from home, thank goodness, by managing social media for a vet clinic back home. That's what I still do. I got a few questions of what I do for work, and I was working doing social media marketing here in town. Followed me on my stories. I did a recap of 2020 and I just decided for like my mental health and my well-being that it was just not a good fit for me. And I learned so much about myself, what I'm capable to do. And I don't know, the paycheck was decent and I didn't have to live paycheck to paycheck, and I was able to afford health insurance and I met some really awesome people. So I don't regret it because, oh, you girl, she grew a backbone, guys. I did. So yeah, working from home. Sorry, I'm rambling. I know that someone else asked me something along the lines of that. But working at home for me is definitely, I cannot work on a couch. I can't work with blankets around me. I can't work out in the living room. I have to have my own workspace, which thankfully I'm so grateful for my office space that I have here in the apartment. If you're able to create like a little workspace for yourself, make sure that it's clean, put some of your favorite things around it. Definitely use a planner, an organizer, do to-do list. That helps. Honestly, it's just about creating a routine that you like and that works for you. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. If you like being around people, working from home might not work for you. So if you can kind of break it up during the day, maybe once a week, meet with your coworker on Zoom or video chat with your friend, just to where you get some of that like human interaction. Me, I'm fine without it. It's fine. Okay, sometimes I do need it, but not too much. This is a new product. Blushes from Maybelline. Berry Bye. I'm going with Berry Bye. Like this really pretty pink. The next one I picked up Plum. Sometimes with the Plum, it's a little too translucent on my skin. Yeah, this one's kind of hard to see. This lighter one is the berry, or I'm sorry, this lighter one is the Plum, but I'm gonna go with the brighter one. What's your favorite movie and music artist? So I'm doing non-Halloween movie. Clueless for sure. I love the costumes in it, the wardrobing. Music artist, I have so many. I've thought about starting like a series on my Instagram, or like every week share in my stories like one of my favorite people to listen to. I definitely love the Sounds. They're from Sweden, so if you want to check them out, definitely do it. They're really good. The lead singer's female. It's just very like, makes you feel like a kick-ass school. That's just to name one. Okay, fine. Also Betty Who. I tend to listen to like 90s music, 90s pop, 90s R&B. Like, oh, I just love the 90s. This isn't a question, but I found your channel last March and I love it and everything you post. Thank you so much. Thanks for sticking around. Who is your favorite character in Hocus Pocus? That's a fun question. I'm liking this blush, guys. I probably should have blended it in a little bit more. I don't know. Billy's great, but also Max, he's a cutie. And Binks. I had a crush on Binks. Is that weird? Put the blush on my eyes to give some color. I do this because I'm not really sure what I want to wear on my eyes yet. It just gets the brain thinking about it. Then next, I'm just gonna use a bunch of colors from the Naked Heat palette from Urban Decay. I've had this for a few years. I always talk about this whenever I go to do one of these makeup videos. If you have brown eyes, blue eyes, green eyes, cross eyes, like it's good. Also, investing in a great fluffy brush will help you tremendously. To use this brush, and this is fine to do like kind of a little like get it in there and start working with it. This one was just from Sephora and it was only a few dollars. Super soft. I love it so much. It's a little bit harder now because I need to clean it. Sometimes it just gets a little too smudgy. Guys, I had Halloween. I had black eyeshadow from Halloween on that brush when I did my skull makeup and it's there, but it's fine. Blending this out on whatever was left on the brush. How was the adjustment moving from Kansas to Salem out first? Ooh, it was a tough one. I'm not gonna lie. I think I definitely want to do like a more in-depth video about this. There's a lot of things I didn't deal with when I was living in Kansas because I ran away from my problems. I ran away from my emotions. I ran away from things that have happened to me in my life. Shut everyone out. Just get out, leave me alone. I just finished up my second year, which I don't even count because of COVID. No. Okay, I do count it because I learned a lot. Obviously, you're moving away from your friends. I just didn't have anyone that I felt like I could vent to. I missed talking to my friends that I would talk to and that I would check in with. Yeah, I could check with them like through text messaging and video chat. It's just not the same. You're going out to a town where you don't really know anyone. I mean, I knew Joe obviously, but it was exciting too because I was wanting something new. I guess I just still have a lot of feelings I haven't really processed about it. You just don't have like a support system, like your support system, like your, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I made like a friend or two. Not that I'm a disappointment to people, but I feel like they put their expectations on me and I don't like that. I don't want to disappoint people. So usually I'll run away from you. I'll run away from you before you can be disappointed with me. Next, I'm going to use the good old Urban Decay eye primer. And this is what I always put 99.9% of the time. This is in the color of Sin. Always sold out. It's like a really nice champagne pink. Oh, look at those veins. But it's really good to make your eyeshadows pop. I made it a point to go do stuff by myself. Like I would go to the movies sometimes and you guys would message me like, how do you go to the movies by yourself? Oh, you didn't know? I'm my own best friend. I am my own best friend. I like hanging out with me. Sometimes I just don't have the energy to be around people, so I feel like that's not fair for me to start a new friendship. Is this a normal thing? So next I'm going to try this Revlon Color Stay eyebrow pencil. I'm really excited about it. Found this under $10. This is in the color of soft brown. I decided to go on the lighter side. I think I'm gonna like this. I waxed my eyebrows recently and I did them a little too thin. Is there a spooky vibe to Salem all year? I would say if you're looking for it, yeah, definitely like October is the biggest spooky time. Summer, it's just like it's like I don't know, it's like an ocean town. Like you have the ocean. It's like everyone wants to hang out in the sun. If you're looking for it, you can find it in the non-spooky times of the year. But I mean, it's Salem, so it's like, it's which city? Definitely not October. It's not like the full-on Halloween like it is in October that you guys might see on social media. Because if you follow other Salem accounts, like it's more like art, it's more of the historic houses, it's more of the water, the dining, the shopping. So you get a little bit of sea life, you get a little bit of spooky life. Any spooky, true crime, or creepy podcast suggestions? Sword and Scale. It is so good. It's so good, it might be too scary for you. The host, his name is Mike, him and his team, they do a really good job looking at the case, looking at all the details and the way he talks about it and just the way that it's produced. I really like. Sometimes they'll interview the people that are involved in the cases. They play really great sound effects, really good music to it, very well produced. We'll also include the 911 calls, can be pretty frightening. I would recommend that one. I tell everyone about that podcast all the time. Generation Y, which is two guys. If Julian's watching, I want my brows to look like yours, Julian. Tell me how to get those little precious flicks right here. I need it. My most worn eyeshadow that you guys ask questions about, and this is Half Baked from Urban Decay. Sometimes I'll put this first and then I'll add like a red or a copper to it. And it's just like a really pretty champagne. What is your ultimate comfort food? Is nachos considered a comfort food? I'll say nachos is a comfort food. I've been obsessed with nachos since I was a kid. How do you feel going into 2021? I feel hopeful. I really do. I'm not like one of those people that are unrealistic about 2021, that everything that happened in 2020 and is happening is just gonna go away. It's nice to close up another chapter to start a new one. I don't know. I'm gonna do a video on like some habits that I'm not taking into the new year with me. How long have you had your nose pierced? Do you have any more piercings? Will you get any more? So I've had my nose pierced 5 years. It feels like so much longer than that. I was honestly so nervous to get my nose pierced. I wanted it for so long, but I was like, am I too old for it? Is my nose too big? Can't have my nose pierced because then it's gonna draw more attention to it. But then I was like, you only live once, just do it. Maybe you'll like it, and if not, you can always take it out and move on with life. I was really scared. I went by myself one day. I'm glad that I did it. Sometimes I forget that it's there because you can't really see it. Your usual ear piercings, I have a few on my lobes, and then I was gonna call this a trachea. I can't even remember what this is called. I have it here, like one up here, and then I have two up here, have my belly button. I used to have my lip pierced a long time ago. I still have like the scar tissue from that. I think I would do a few more on my ears just to kind of switch it up and get something new. This isn't a question, but I just want you to know that I care about you. Glad you are making videos. Thank you so much. I'm really happy to be making videos again. And I just can't thank you guys enough for your patience, for just sticking around and just being here after I kind of had my absence. So I really appreciate that. Really beautiful copper color. So it's more of a gold instead of just like a champagne color. Is living in Salem expensive? It is so expensive. It is expensive, but I feel like it's that East Coast living. You can even just Google like apartments to rent. You can Google how much condos are. It's just insane how much a condo is, how much a house is. The rent for an apartment is like a mortgage payment. It's more than like a mortgage payment in Kansas. Next, I'm just doing eyeliner. My favorite one so far that I found, the Maybelline Stiletto. How wheelchair accessible would you say Salem is? So like the downtown part of Salem, like the outside, I would say is you just have to worry about like all of the cobblestone. There's so much cobblestone. You just have to worry about the sidewalks, and then especially like in October, there's no room on the sidewalks or on the walking streets. Like it's just so jam-packed. Thing that I hear about when people do visit, and if they are in a wheelchair, is the cobblestone. Battery is about to die. Okay, so I finished up my eyeliner. Now I'm just going in with my favorite mascara that I can't rave enough about, the Maybelline Colossal Mascara. I don't do waterproof because I want it to be easy when I'm removing my makeup and not rip out my eyelashes. Okay, I did a little bit of mascara on my bottom lash, but I kind of like how it looks with having more of the focus on my top lash. Okay guys, so the glitter. Urban Decay, they are called heavy metals. I have a few of them. I have like a gold one, a silver one, a pink one that leans a little towards the red. I love using these all the time. I get so many compliments, so many questions, and this is my secret that I use. I love these things so much. This one is Starfire. You can do so many things with adding glitter to your eye makeup. Sometimes I'll just line my eyes, put it in the inner corners, do the eyeliner, do the wing, do the whole lid, do a little speckle on the lid. It's gonna do a little bit. I'll usually do the inner corners, and then I'll line my top lid where my eyeliner starts. Do I miss living in Kansas? Sometimes I do, but I think it's just that things are closer in Kansas. Even though I lived in the city, it wasn't like like Boston or anything like that city-wise. Just everything was so convenient. Like the highway was right there. You had all of the stores, all the little towns and cities around Salem. It's just like one city that I was in Kansas, if that makes sense. You could be driving for like 30 minutes and you're still in the same town. Whereas here, you've probably driven through 5 towns. I miss the fact that everything is just in one area. Different areas, the traffic's not insane. People don't drive crazy, although they do in Kansas, but it's a different crazy drive. I like that I live by the ocean. I like that I live by like a lot of trees and mountains. Are they considered mountains? I miss it for like the people that I know in Kansas. I do miss all of the rainy days that I got in Kansas, but the fall in New England is beautiful. Would I ever see myself leaving Salem? I don't know. I feel like if I were to ever buy a house or move into like a home, there are so many benefits that I would want from a home that I couldn't find here in Salem. If I could find like a nice yard for my dog, if I could have a nice patio, like just more space for less money, I would consider moving out of Salem. I know, I never thought I would say that. I mean, if I could find all of the wants here in Salem, I don't know, it just really depends. Try the Milani highlighter, strobe light. Seems pretty promising. I hope I answered enough questions. I feel like I did. Maybe editing this, I would have only answered 5, but hopefully it's more than that. I do like this because it's a warmer highlighter, whereas the one I was previously using is more of a cooler toned one. This one isn't too heavy. I think I like this one, the concealer, which was e.l.f. I do see a little bit of creasing. Maybe next time I should try to add more primer underneath my eye, but I mean, it's nothing that I'm too concerned with. Love the brow pencil. I really like everything. I like the bronzer, I like the highlighter, the blushes are good. I'm gonna just finish up with one of my favorites. This one is Consensual, just a matte lipstick from MAC. So that's gonna be it for this Get Ready With Me. Thanks so much for anyone who submitted a question. If you guys like this video, please, please, please do me a big favor by commenting, thumbs upping, subscribing, and turning your notifications on. Hope you guys have a good day. I hope you're having a good year so far. Happy 2021. Stay tuned for new videos. I love you guys so much. I hope this video finds you having a Halloween happy kind of day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!